The first woman to ever sign an NHL contract might have been earlier than you think. In 1992, Manon Rhéaume became the very first woman to play in the NHL. Welcome back to Women in Sports Month, where every day I'll be telling you a different story about women in sports you may not know about. When we think about women's hockey today, we typically think about the PWHL, a new women's hockey league that is both rapidly expanding in terms of teams and in terms of viewership. But in 1992, the Tampa Bay Lightning actually signed a woman as a goaltender. That same year, she actually made it onto the ice. And when she checked in as goalie during a preseason game against the St. Louis Blues, she became the first and only woman to ever play in the NHL. And in 1998, she won a silver medal at the Olympics. That was the very first year that women's ice hockey was included as an official Olympic sport. Manon went on to continue her career throughout hockey, both as a player and later as a coach. And in 2022, she was actually hired by my home team, the Los Angeles Kings. She moved into hockey operations there. When we look at Manon's career, I think what's important is that as women's hockey and women's sports overall are growing, especially in the US, Manon is one of the women who paved the way for what we're seeing in women's hockey. The PWHL being as exciting as it is this year and last is a product of all of the women who came before. The trailblazers who were willing to say, I'm going to do something you don't believe I can. I'm going to get on the ice and I'm going to try out as a goalie for the NHL. Because without women like Manon doing so, and other women fighting for women's ice hockey to become an Olympic sport, that we don't get to the point that we have a league like the PWHL and people and businesses that want to fund it. And what that means is that we continue to have more and more role models for young women who want to be hockey players. Be sure to come back tomorrow for the next day of Women in Sports Month.